one shot. You only get one shot. You only get one shot. One shot for everybody living in the moment. One shot is all you get, so you gotta own it. One shot. You only get one shot.
Today, from Nissan Stadium in Nashville, Tennessee, it's Week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. Ryan Tannehill and the Tennessee Titans versus Aaron Rodgers and the Las Vegas Raiders.
We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. Today, it's Week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Tennessee Titans. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we take a look at this Titan Ball Club entering play. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories.
And last week they put together a 3-touchdown victory, and were never challenged in that game. Let's see if they have a little bit of a letdown here.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Titans for their first possession on offense, and leading them out in his 4th season with the team, 10th overall in the NFL, Ryan Tannehill.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They run with a big man in his 7th season. It's Derrick Henry. And a short pickup to about the 27. It'll be second down. Pretty much unreal, not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
From the 27th, Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. So no gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. So now it's the Raiders' turn to go on offense for the first time. Bringing him out is the future Hall of Famer, now in his 18th NFL season, Aaron Rodgers.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now, first carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Solid way to start the drive, 13 yards, picking up the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 17 carries, 66 yards, and a touchdown.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on third down, Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 42. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. First catch of this game, a big one. Of course, he had the big performance last week when he was AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, but that was so last week, wasn't it? I mean, look at what he's doing now. I think he's trying to exceed what he did in that game and continue to ascend in this season.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. First carry of the game for Zamir White. And some good running out of the gates as he takes this up to the 33. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Going right side is White. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Well, this defense for the Titans, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Rodgers going to try and throw on third down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Yeah, they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Here we go now on 1st and goal. Here's Jacobs. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And right side, they're going to go option here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's caught by Waller out left side. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. This one a little slow to get cooking. Just a 3-0 scoreline as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. They'll run it again with Henry. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Not a lot of running room there. Not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40. Henry up the middle, and he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. Henry again on 2nd down. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Tannehill. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a 1st down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But
touchdown! Davante Adams. He has career touchdown number 78, tying it with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. A drive there of just 4 plays. And Devontae Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Some good games coming up here in Week 3, the first weekend of fall officially. And tonight, the Niners and Broncos from Denver. 49er fans are probably saying, wait, I thought we were done with Russell Wilson. No, they'll see him tonight. And then on Monday night, Cowboys and Giants from MetLife Stadium kicking off at 8:15 Eastern. Tannehill on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Phillips. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And out across midfield down to the 45. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their...
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Max Crosby. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. He had 3 of those sacks last week en route to being the AFC Defensive Player of the Week 1 right there. How do you block him now?
That's the question you think that they'd be able to answer. After having 3 the week before, you would make all the necessary adjustments in practice, but he's such an imposing force, he knows how to get to the quarterback anyway.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Time to give you folks at home a look around the NFL on this first official weekend of fall. So let's get to it. We start with a good one in the AFC. Kansas City on the road to take on Indy. And it's the Chiefs who have the lead in that one. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we head down to sunny Miami to check on the Dolphins at home at Hard Rock Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Devin Singletary with a touchdown run. Lastly, let's get you to Charlotte, North Carolina. Check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they've got the lead in their ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. The Panthers locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have. And our game has been Aaron Rodgers, who was on target in the first half. His guys lead it by 10 as we send it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis. Gentlemen.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. And some room to roam now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. The 2 big plays right in succession as this one goes for 27. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. Rodgers now to throw. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. He got 29 yards that time.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
Now it's Rodgers. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Tannehill now to throw. And that is incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Raiders football 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be. 2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. 3rd quarter action. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It sort of looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's Rodgers. Delivering another one here to Darren Waller. He's got it again. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs.
Now, that's just simply good coaching and excellent technique on that play. You know why? Because everyone wants to rush the passer when they want to throw the football, but you're not always going to get there. So what are you taught to do?
And Henry's hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free. but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Trying to turn the corner, but they string him out and stop him at the line of scrimmage. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Tannehill. And he coughed it up. And the Raiders pick it up. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for 6 and a Raider touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Carlson now to add the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On 1st down, Tannehill. It's caught over the middle, Hooper. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill caught by Woods. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw, Tannehill. Oh, now a strip. He loses the football. And the Raiders have recovered.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the 4th quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 57 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Jacobs from the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. To throw is Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Back to the air, Tannehill on 2nd down. Give that sack to the linebacker, Jayon Brown.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing.
And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
And remember, following the safety, you give the football up as well, and they free kick it from the 20 now. This is taken around the 12. So here are the Raiders now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And it's complete to Adams. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. The big play to start him out. Has him at the 45 already. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. And Waller taking it in over the middle. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Here's 2nd and a yard. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win.
Now Rodgers.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. 75 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down. Rodgers going to throw. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll try and run it in with White. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Third and goal at the 4-yard line. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Raiders are closing in on a third straight victory to start the campaign. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Las Vegas, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll be back home next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Indianapolis to take on the Colts. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.